Okay, Red Hot Strings with Smith soloing class, video number 2, where I'll explain what I did on the drill. Here was the drill. Right, okay. So I'm not going to be super thorough. I want this to be sort of short, just a sampler. First of all, it's good to learn, even before you learned it, would be to figure out what the chords were. I'll just give you a big hint. F. F sharp diminished. G minor. C7. And then it starts to do that. Over G minor, C7, G minor, C7, G minor, C7, or C augmented, F, second half. So that's an F7. B flat. I just wanted to keep this sort of shape, physical thing going on. So I took the F, F7, then the B flat. And then what did it do? It went, it sort of starts the way the, but instead of going, it goes up to the diminished, right? Now F, time turn around, D7, and I hit, which is a flat 9. So I'll do it for you. Diminished, D7, flat 9. That kind of comes across the two. It's working its way to C. Right here, go. D7. C, but same thing. I take the third, and around the same fret I can grab the, skip a string in the same fret, get the flat 9, then the root. One more time. So, if you look at this, F, and you push it up a fret, but then the middle note stayed back, that's 4 minor, or B flat minor. So, real quick, what's going on with that F? It starts with this idea that you're going to take something called a standard line, major standard line. I think it's called different things in different styles of music. Someone years ago told me this. Point. We're on an F chord. You start with the root. You can start anywhere, but let's just, practically speaking, let's start with the root. F, go down a half step, that's the major 7. A whole step down is the 6, and another whole step is the 5th. So these are all chord tones, or scale tones, from this F. They can all be chord tones for that matter. But there's your basic triad. And now you're going to put this idea against it. This note up here that's the 5th. So the only, they're all chord tones. That major 7, 6, 5. That's the diminished climbing, right? This is G minor. I wanted to keep this idea, this sort of physical, guitaristic thing going on. That's what's going on there. That's not really the drill. The drill is to put the triad against it and do a standard line. Drill is play the triad, play the standard line against it in some way. I'm just, there's the minor. Now I'm going to do the same thing as I did on the F. It took me long enough to get here, sorry. So, here's the G minor. You're going to keep these two notes just like you did with the F, the third and the fifth stay. This is 5 and 3 in this case. And there's the root, and the root comes down. 1 degree at a time. So that's G minor. It's G minor with a major 7. You could call it augmented if you wanted to, but it'd get really confusing, especially it goes by so fast. So just it's a G minor with a natural 7. G minor 7 looks like B flat, but don't call it that. Just now it's, you could call that C9. Don't call it that. It's those other chord names all work, and down the road, yeah, do something with that concept. But just to get through this drill, just stick to that, okay? And then if you push this one up, you get a C7, C augmented, F. So, sorry. Back. I'm kind of hitting a lot of that. It's a little more C7 friendly. Playing. And then I did augmented. Repeat the second half. Okay, next. All right, that's F7. I'm doing these triplets on adjacent strings, and I'm trying to keep this little guitaristic stretchy thing going on. Okay, so second half. Now when you go to the B flat, the 4 chord, it's going to look just like the one did. There's F, B flat. So this is all diminished, right? Climbs diminished. And here it gets a little squirrely. We're going to go F to D7. We're going to go. So here we go. Right? If you want to just F. But the song went. So right on it. Really says hello. Play D7. And now, a little more sophisticated harmony. I say that. In my world, it's sophisticated. Post World War II. Actually, Louis Armstrong used to use that stuff even in the late 20s, but he's so subtle and so melodic with it, you don't go, oh, that was a flat 9 or whatever, so much, unless you really study him. That's all up for debate. Sorry, I'll just keep going. F, the B flat, B diminished, F, D7. Right? Now watch. That's the C7. That's the flat 9. There's F. Push the whole thing up 1 fret. Put this guy back. You don't want to go through that whole procedure. I was just being clear as I could. There's 4 minor. Okay. Okay. So there's a lot more. You try to play all those ideas over different inversions. Like we're using this F, you could do that over this F. I better quit while I'm ahead. But you study it in the different inversions, and you know, I get kind of into a rhythmic groove with it. So once I have the notes under my fingers, the target notes, you know, the ones I'm really trying to emphasize, then I start to mess with the rhythm. Hopefully on the bandstand or when playing with other people, I don't go through all that procedure, but I become aware when I practice that my rhythm, I start using the same against another inversion or another part of the tune. And I like to get away from that because I don't think many songs actually really do that. And I like everything to sound like it, as best I can, make it a melody and not just a drill, right? So it starts to sound kind of mechanical if you don't change the rhythm. But first, you got to have the notes, debatably. But I think what I'm trying to teach here were the notes. So, okay, hope you can make it to Red Hot Strings. But if you can't, enjoy the video and share it and ask as many questions as you need to. Bye for now.